Friends, today we'll discuss about partnership. Firm came into existence because of the shortcomings of sole proprietorship and Hindu undivided family based business such as lack of capital, limited managerial ability, sharing of risk, etc. In case of partnership, these shortcomings are overcome. Partnership business provides sharing of risk, huge capital investment, better management, varied managerial skills. So these are the features that are available in partnership. We can overcome such problems. Next is meaning of partnership. Partnership is an association of two or more persons who willingly agree to carry on some lawful business jointly and share the profits and losses of the business. So what we understand with partnership is it is an association of two or more persons. So minimum two persons are required to form a partnership. And what is the more number of persons, what is the maximum number of persons that can be in a partnership, that we'll discuss. Who willingly agree to undertake some lawful business. So in partnership, the partners are lawfully and legally, willingly coming together to form a business, which is lawful or legal business, jointly, and share the profits and losses. So profit and losses must be shared between the partners. So this is what we understand from the meaning of partnership. Next, definition of partnership. There are many definitions given, but we'll follow the one which is provided in the Indian Partnership Act 1932. The first one, here you can see. This one I'm talking about. Partnership is a relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits and losses of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So this is the definition given in the Indian Partnership Act 1932. This we'll be learning. Next thing is the features of partnership. Number 1, formation. The Indian Partnership Act 1932 governs the partnership form of business. All matters related to partnership are dealt with the Indian Partnership Act 1932. The partnership comes into existence with a legal agreement. In partnership, to form a partnership, to start a partnership, the requirement is a legal agreement between all the partners, which can be written or oral. It is not compulsory to have a written agreement. They can also have an oral agreement between them. In that agreement, all the terms and conditions of the partnership, the relation among the partners, the way of conducting the business, the nature of the business, the sharing of profit and losses, everything should be discussed. Next we have liability. In the partnership firm, the liability of all the partners are unlimited. Means in case of losses, all the partners have to pay for the loss from their personal property also. If the assets of the business are not sufficient to meet the liabilities of the business, in that case, the personal assets of the partners can be used to pay the debts of the firm. They need to use their personal assets, their personal property also to pay for the liabilities of the firm. The liabilities of the partnership firm, the liability of the partners is always unlimited. Next is risk bearing and sharing of profits. The partners jointly bear the risk involved in the business. If there are profits will be shared among all the partners according to the ratio that they have decided. The ratio can be anything that they decide. It can be, if there are two partners A and B, it can be 50% for A, 50% for B. It can be 70% for A, 30% for B. It can be 95% for A, 5% for B. So there is no restriction on deciding any share of profit between the partners. But profits and losses must be shared. All the risks of the partnership business are also shared between the partners. Next is decision making and control. All the partners have the right to take participation in the business, in the conduct of the business, in the management of the business. Therefore, decisions are to be taken with the mutual consent of all the partners. All the partners can actively participate in the conduct of the business. Next is continuity. According to Partnership Act 1932, a partnership comes to an end with the retirement, death, insolvency, or incapacity of a partner. However, on the basis of new agreement, remaining partners may continue the business. If there are three partners A, B and C, and in the event of death, insolvency, lunacy, or incapacity of any of the partner, for example C dies or retires from the firm, or C has become insolvent, in that case the partnership will come to an end. But A and B can continue with the business, but they will have to form a new agreement between them, as C will no longer remain a partner. So A and B will have to form a new agreement between them and they can continue with the business firm. Next is membership. There must be at least 2 persons to form a partnership firm. However, the maximum number of partners cannot exceed 50. Maximum number of partners can be 50 only. So there can be maximum 50 partners in a partnership firm. The minimum number of partners is 2. Next is mutual agency. The partnership business carried on by all the partners, where any one of them can be acting for all. Means there is mutual agency between partners. The conduct of any of the partners can bind the whole firm. For example, if there are 2 partners A and B, Mr. A have bought goods on credit in the name of the partnership firm. Mr. A bought goods of rupees 1 lakh from any creditor on the name of the partnership on a credit basis. Then the creditor has full right to recover the amount from Mr. B also. After that, Mr. B cannot deny that since Mr. A has bought the goods, then only Mr. A is liable for such payment. No. In case of partnership, the act of one partner can bind all other partners. So here the act was done by Mr. A. Mr. A bought the goods on credit basis, but he bought it in the name of the partnership business. So Mr. B is also liable to pay such amount to the creditor. So this is called mutual agency among the partners. And at last we have registration. According to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, it is not compulsory to get a partnership firm registered. It is not compulsory to register a partnership firm. However, it is beneficial and there are some advantages of registration. It is beneficial to register a partnership firm. There are some advantages of registration. However, it is not mandatory or compulsory for the partnership firm to register itself. So this we have seen the features of partnership. Let us go through them once again. Number 1, formation. As I told, the partnership can be formed with an legal agreement that may be written or oral. Liability. The liability of all the partners is unlimited. Risk bearing and sharing of profits. All the partners jointly bear the risk and share the profits and losses among them in a predetermined ratio. Decision making and control. All the partners have the right to take part in the management of the business. Continuity. Partnership comes to an end with the death, insolvency or incapacity or retirement of any partner. The remaining partner may continue the business on the basis of a new agreement. Membership. There must be at least 2 members. The maximum number of partners cannot exceed 50. Next is mutual agency. All the partners are mutual agent of each other. And registration. It is not compulsory to get a partnership firm registered. However, there are some benefits of registration. If they register, they will be able to attain some benefits. Next are the merits of partnership. Number 1, ease of formation and closure. So let us see what are the advantages, what are the merits of partnership firm. Number 1 is ease of formation and closure. It is very easy to form a partnership as well as dissolve it. There are very less legal formalities for starting or closing down a partnership. Next is balanced decision making. Since all the partners are allowed or having the right to take decisions in the business, so the decisions of a partnership firm may be more balanced and good for the business. Next is more funds or capital. As in sole proprietorship business, there is only one owner, so only the capital contributed by him is invested in the business. But in partnership, there may be 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 50 partners. So more capital funds can be invested in the business. Next is sharing of or division of risk. Since there are more number of partners, so the risk of the business is shared among all the partners. Next is secret.